Hey up, you beautiful buggers. How the devil are we all doing? It's Tornadoes Need Grandmas this week, right? Okay then. Welcome to this week's Top 5 Camps, ladies and gentlemen. As ever, we've got some absolute belters lined up for you. So, without further ado, let's take a look at them. In the number 5 spot, we have Beef Spog with the Mountainside Trading Post. Very intriguing indeed. Now then, first things first, ladies and gentlemen. I love the exterior of this thing. It's very immersive, and there does seem to be a lot of vanilla building pieces used on it, which is, you know, it's a nice change from the Atomic Shop stuff that we see on most of the builds these days. Yeah, I really do like that exterior. As I said, it's very immersive, it's very scrappy, and it looks like something you would see in the wasteland. Peef, that is a 10 out of 10 from me on that front, my friend. Now, moving on to the interior, and it's exactly as you would expect it to be. It's full of shit, it's scruffy, it's cluttered. Aye, that's bloody perfect, that is. Personally, mate, I think you've hit the nail on the head with this one. It looks like something you'd see in the wasteland, as I mentioned before. It's got that trade posty hub kind of vibe going on about it, you know, with the workbenches and whatnot. So if a traveller were wandering along, they could fix up the guns. I don't know. The point I'm trying to make, mon petit fleurs, is that the theme matches the build, if that makes any sense. Yeah, of course it makes bloody sense. You know exactly what I'm on about. Peef, thank you very much for entering this week, pal. I absolutely love the simplicity of it. I love how you've used vanilla textures. Yeah, top marks from me, my mate. Congratulations on the number 5 spot. Very well deserved indeed. Now then, you buggers, just before we go any further, I want to make you aware that your judge this week, and for the foreseeable future, is yours truly. How very exciting for you guys indeed. Anyhow, back to the top 5. And in the number 4 spot this week, we have Nuke Corn with the Corn's Corner gas station. Jesus Christ, if I have to say corn one more time, I think I'm going to shoot myself. I don't know, my mouth just struggles to form that word, but anyhow. If you've been unfortunate enough to have, you know, been with the channel for a while and seen some of my builds, you'll know I love a good store. I don't know why, it's just my kind of vibe. Any build that has some form of shop in it, yeah, I'm probably gonna like it. So with that being said, you can probably understand why this tickled my pickle a little bit. Couple that with the fact that it's immersive as shit as well, and yeah, this is my kind of thing. Now the exterior, it really does look like an old school kind of petrol station, or for all our American viewers, a gas station, yeah. Still not 100% why you call it gas, considering it's a liquid, but we'll just gloss over that. Now, my personal favourites about this on the outside, at least, is that little overhanging roof we've got going down there. Simply lovely. And of course, the little garage area at the side with the old car in it. Yeah, I absolutely love that. Does add to the immersion, as does the building set you've used there as well. Can't quite remember what that's called. Is it the abandoned mindset or something like that? Yeah, I'll have to check. The point I'm trying to make, ladies and gentlemen, building materials and whatnot aside, this thing looks cool, it looks immersive, yeah, top marks from me. Now on to the interior, and I'm actually quite surprised about this one. As I was saying, the outside looks all ramshackled and scruffy, but the interior is actually rather clean, surprisingly. It doesn't look like I get 17 different diseases from touching something in here, which is always nice. Corn, love what you've done with this one, pal. The exterior, 10 out of 10, you've smashed it. The interior as well. Yes, it's a little bit different than what you'd expect, but I kind of do like the opposing themes in it. It doesn't always work in a lot of builds, but I think it does in this one. Thank you very much for entering this week, my mate, and congratulations on the number 4 spot. Now then, in number 3 this week, we have Game Badges with the Bungalow del Lago camp build. And this is a total change from the last 2 camps we've seen. It's modern, it's clean. Let's just take a look at it. Right off the bat, guys, this thing, it looks stunning, doesn't it? I absolutely adore the shape of it. All that slopey boy action we've got going on in middle there. Yeah, that looks cool, that does. I also really like the overhanging roofs you've got going on as well. I reckon they really do transform a build if they're used in the correct situation, and this is, in my opinion, the correct situation. It's also nice to see some offset walls being used, and the fact you've actually taken time to make the little garden area as well. You've not just plonked down an house on a patch of grass and, you know, had done with it. A lot of care and attention has been put into this, guys, as well as a lot of time. You can properly tell when people have put some love into the camp builds, and this is a prime example of it. You've absolutely knocked this exterior out of the park, mate. Lovely building indeed. The interior's just as fabulously well decorated as well. I mean, just take a look at that bathroom, for example. That little raised up bath there. Yeah, that's clever, that is. And it doesn't just stop there either. Every single room has been beautifully decorated. And like the outside of it, a lot of time and care has been put into, designing it. Now, believe me when I say, I am fully bloody aware how some of the building community feels about modern camps. But love 'em or hate 'em, you cannot deny that the amount of work that goes into making one of these it's bloody impressive, isn't it? Well, I think it is at least anyway. And personally, I reckon no matter what side of the camp building fence you're on, I think you can all appreciate the amount of work and attention to detail that's gone into this camp. Aye. Badger, you've done a brilliant job with this, mate. Thank you very much for entering this week, and congratulations on the number 3 spot. Very well deserved indeed. Right then, in the number 2 spot this week, we have Andoril with the Appalachian Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Now, just before we start, I want to make you aware, I have never seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And quite simply, that's because I'm an uncultured bastard. But anyhow, what I'm trying to say is, if I miss anything in this build, just let me buddy know down in the comments. Anyhow, let's actually have a propagandas at it. Now, right off the bat, I like the location choice. It's an alien-y kind of build, and you've built it under the alien-y kind of looking stones. Yeah, how fitting. Anyhow, location aside, the entrance to it is actually really quite unique and pretty cool. You literally just fall down and break several limbs. I don't know about you guys, but that is one of my favourite pastimes, so yeah, top marks for that, Andoril. So once you get to the bottom of this long shaft, we see this rather fantastic looking entranceway, and I don't know what you've made that out of. Like, seriously, I've been sitting here scratching my head for at least 10 minutes trying to work out what the bloody hell that is. Could you please let me know down in the comments, because it's going to drive me bloody nuts. Anyhow, once we get to the end of that fantastic looking tunnel, we come to this bar area, and I absolutely adore this. The way you've used those Enclave power doors is really, really smart. It gives a nice, well, backlight. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Honestly, Andoril, that's a really clever idea, and I think it really does suit this build down to the ground. And it's not just a bar either. Even the little eating area she's got going down there. Again, beautifully decorated and really well thought out. Fair play to you, Andoril. Now again, guys, I've never seen this bloody film, so like I said, if I've missed any little nods to it or, anything along them lines, please let me know. I'm sure there is quite a few. I literally picked this because I just think it looks really, really sweet, and it's proper unique as well. And it doesn't stop with that little building-y bar area there either. If we take a look outside, Andoril's made a shit ton of, well, space hover car things. Yeah. All I'm saying, guys, is this must have taken a shed ton of work, and the imagination behind it as well. It's just fantastic. Honestly, guys, I urge you to go and watch the full video over on the channel. It's actually got movie voiceover in it, and there's actors, and it's just bloody amazing. Alright, just check it out. Properly well executed video, believe me. Andoril, thank you very much for entering this week, and congratulations on the number 2 spot. Very well deserved indeed. I was blown away by this. Right then, you buggers, so now we come to the time where we find out who's in the number 1 spot. However, I can't tell you just yet. I'm going to have to keep you waiting for just a little bit longer, because it's time for the Honourable Mentions section, yes! And this week we're calming it down just a little bit, pulling back on them reins. We've only got one, and this time it goes to Australia's Vengeance. Jesus Christ, what is it with some of you guys just having amazing pirate ship names? I tell you, when I become a captain, it'll be incredible. Anyhow, I digress. This is the Zone 11 build, and guys, I bloody well love this one. What Vengeance has done here is made like a little kind of fortified homestead, I guess you could call it, really. Yeah, you go through this car gate here, which is part of like a, little perimeter wall, and you're met with this fantastic structure. Now, it isn't massive, but that doesn't always matter. Just ask my wife if you don't believe me. But it is fantastically well decorated. I mean, just take a look at it. It's scruffy, it's scrappy, and you can tell that Australia's Vengeance has taken a hell of a lot of time actually, decorating the thing. Yeah, I really did like this one, my friend. Thank you very much for entering this week, and congratulations on the honourable mention. Right then, so now we come back to the top 5, and who do you think's actually won it this week? Well, I'm not going to keep you waiting for much longer. This week's winner is Last One Left with the Causeway Casita build, which once again has very kindly been uploaded by Moonlight Cowboy on behalf of Last One Left. So yeah, thank you very much for that, buddy. Now this build is just wow. If you've seen any of the other top 5 competitions, I'll leave a floaty card in the top corner there, you'll know that Last One Left has an habit of shoving buildings in places where they shouldn't really be, if that makes any sense. Kind of like putting a gerbil up your arsehole. You know, that's the best kind of comparison I can think of right now. Anyhow, this thing is stunning. I don't know how you've managed to force that underneath a bridge and keep it looking so tidy. That is mind-blowing, to put it quite frankly. I imagine you had a lot of clipping issues, and even with a normal shape structure, I don't think it would have been easy, but you've gone with the whatever shape that is there. Yeah, Masochism level 62. Now, as well as the little mad-looking building design structure-y boy 12,000 there, we've also got these 2 little offset structures as well. Now, I really like the attention to detail on this. You've put the stair posts up to the top of the bridge to make it look like they're supported. That is a must-do thing in my opinion. Anything that's floating in that kind of design, you need to show that it's supported. Obviously, if you're doing a bloody flying car or something, that doesn't really apply, but you get what I'm saying, don't you? As Isaac Newton once said, gravity is a bastard, and unless you've got something holding it up, it's probably going to fall to the fecking floor, isn't it? Aye. Another cool little feature about this camp is the walkways that Last One Left has made as well. Again, little things like that, they take time to do, but it does add to the overall feel of the build. Believe me when I say, my mate, this is some solid work, and I wouldn't know where to begin with it. Now, onto the interior, and believe it or not, it's actually quite minimalistic. There's not too much going on in here, but I do think it matches in with the theme of the build. Let me explain. You wouldn't expect to walk in this and find a shit ton of, I don't know, power armor sets and military equipment, or a shed ton of crap just scattered all over the floor. No, it's a clean build, so you'd expect a clean interior, and that is exactly what we get with this one. Last One Left, you have knocked it out the park with this, my friend. Honestly, I absolutely love this thing. I don't know how you've got it to, you know, fit underneath the bridge and actually make all those complicated shapes, but somehow you've managed it, and it looks bloody fantastic. Thank you very much for entering this week, my mate, and congratulations on the #1 spot. Very well deserved indeed. And thank you to everybody who entered this week. It wasn't an easy one, let me tell you. I did struggle with the judging, I'm not gonna lie. You all did amazing work though, so again, thank you very much for entering. If any of you guys watching think that you could get in the top 5, there is a link in the description to my Discord. All you gotta do is click on that, it'll take you on over there, and you'll see a section where you can submit your camps. It's as easy as that. As ever, I'd like to say a massive thank you to all my Patreons and channel members. The extra support is much appreciated. If that's anything that you guys are interested in, there's also a link in the description, as well as links to all my socials as well. Anyhow, mon petit fleurs, as we say it north, I love you and leave you, and I'll catch you at next one. Cheers for watching as ever.